Hello, Melanin Monarchy citizens. This is your Queen Monique here with another concert review. And this time we're going to be talking about Butterfly, Ladybug, Doodlebug. That's right, it's Digable Planets. They were here in San Diego this past week and your queen got to see them again. So let's get into this concert review. Try to get them straight. Which we tried to get them straight. Don't think that worked. For those of you who are new to my channel, or those of you who need a little reminder, this channel is all about commentating on live music, films, other creators, all with a strong emphasis on Depeche Mode. And I also want to give a little reminder of when I'm going to these concerts, what criteria I am using when I'm doing my reviews. So I just want to give a little brief reminder. You can also look at a video that I did called Concert Review Criteria Breakdown. I believe that's the name of a concert review criteria breakdown. It's a pretty short video that gives the breakdown. It gives what I'm looking for when I'm going to these concerts. So essentially what I'm looking for sound, looking for aesthetics, looking for the temperature of the crowd and the connectivity of the artist. And so when you see that video, I go more in depth into what those terms mean to me and what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Ishmael Butler, Miss Mariana Vieira, and Mr. Craig Irving. Now, this group has been around since 1992. They got their start a little bit earlier. Ishmael Butler is from Seattle. He did the move to Philadelphia. He met Craig, or better known as C Knowledge, right? He met them. They decided to go ahead and collab, and then later on, they met the absolutely marvelous Mariana Vieira, and who goes by Ladybug or Mecca, or Ladybug Mecca. And so Digable Planets has been around since my freshman year of high school, my freshman year of college, the end of my freshman year of high school, but my freshman year of college. They've been around for that long. Now, they came along with the kind of jazz hip hop type sound that was burgeoning at that time during the whole hip hop movement. And so they actually only did two albums, which was Reaching, which came out back in 1993, and also Blowout Comb that came out the following year of 1994. I think this is very significant to talk about that they essentially only have two albums. They have a compilation album, and they've done their own solo work. But together as a band, that they've done these two albums because they've been able to do so much more, right, with just that work that they did back in the 90s. And to continue to keep going on throughout 30 years of music, 30 years of hip hop. Well, it's been 50 years, right? More. I really think that you just can't narrow down hip hop or rap in 50 years. I do think that it's been around for a lot longer, but as far as on the mainstream, that it's been around for 50 years, and they've had 30 years inside of those 50 years. And that is an accomplishment in itself, and they're still going strong. They're still able to tour. They're still able to connect with audiences. They're still able to show how well their music have done, and the significance that they still hold on not only just the hip hop industry, not only just jazz, but also on the music industry themselves. I think that Digable Planets is a force to be reckoned with. And if you are an artist, this is a group that you really want to look into, because they play instruments as well, and they also bring along the band. So here we go. They were here in San Diego. They came to the Belly Up out in Solana Beach. The last time I saw them was in 2022, I believe, at the Music Box. And this time they came to the Belly Up. Apparently they've been at the Belly Up a couple of times. And I think it's great that they can sell out here, that they can sell out in San Diego. They can play the venues, the private venues, and they get a huge crowd out there. So they were supported by the name of Casa Overall, who did an amazing job. I actually really liked his act. His whole presentation of what the energy that he brings was perfect as their warm up, as their supporting act. And so thank you, Casa Overall, and all of your team and all the people that were there to open up the crowd and to just give an amazing performance. I'm pretty sure that he has some local ties as well, but we just really, really enjoy Casa overall's act and his performance. So Digable Planets, you guys, the first time that I saw Digable Planets was in 1995 when I was in school at the University of Michigan. I was so completely excited. They came also to a small venue there. And what also was stunning to me is that after their performance, they came out and they met a lot of the students, a lot of the people that were there. I tried to, talk to them back then. I remember being a youngster and I didn't feel like I was pretty enough or whatever my insecurities were at that time. So I really didn't get a chance to meet them. But I remember in my mind from all that time ago, just really enjoying their performance and really enjoying their music. Now, fast forward, now mother, writer, producer, film artist, doing all these things, now YouTuber. When I saw them back in 2022, when they were here, they had not changed. Now, this is very significant because when you have artists that lose their connectivity to their audience, sometimes it cannot work. Artists have to make that own decision, but they've been able to still connect with our audience, and I really, really love that. So after that performance, they were able to come off stage and they were able to meet Ladybug. Was a whole lot more shyer than C and Ish, but they were able to again meet their fans, meet the people that come and support them, hear their stories, take pictures. They are all about that. So you cannot, it's worth its weight in gold. It's worth its weight more than the ticket itself, just to have that kind of connectivity with your audience and that type of love for your audience, and know that they're there not just to see you up on stage just performing, but they also need to know how much you love them as an artist, how much you also love them. And I can say that Digable Planets is probably so far one of the ones who are top tier on connectivity with their audience. Seal is also an artist that loves to connect with his audience in that way and really get into the crowd and get face to face. Fantasia is another one who really gets face to face with her audience. Sheila E is also another one that gets down in the crowd, really gets face to face with their audience, because these artists, they understand what it's like to be an audience member and also like to be a performer. And so they enjoy that and they take those risks, and we appreciated that. So your girl also got to meet them again. I met them back in 2022, and I also got to talk to them again. I did not get the opportunity to talk to Ladybug. I believe she was busy. She was doing some other things backstage after their show, but I did get to talk with Ishmael, and I did get to talk with C Knowledge, and they were just so wonderful and so gracious. I cannot I sing their praises all the time because they listen to me. They listen to, me trying to get an interview with them, and they listen to my love for them. And they also listen to other fans that were there. They gave equal time. However long it was going to take them to meet all of their fans, they took that time. They took all the time to meet their fans and to talk to them and to listen to them. And that, you guys, is it's just a blessing. It's just something that you don't get a lot of time when you see these artists, right? Because they're completely guarded. Now, I did notice that they did have protection with them, but the cool thing about that protection is that he was off. I didn't even notice him at first until I kind of, looked around a little bit more and saw the gentleman that was following them. But I thought that was amazing that he wasn't hovering. He allowed them to come out. He allowed the fans to know that it was a safe space. So if you guys have not seen Digable Planets in years, or you've been thinking about them, or you're like, oh, wow, I remember their music, I was highly suggested. They're in a town near you. Go see them. It is worth every penny, every penny. I would like to see them more in festivals. I would like to see them do more things. I think that they're just that good. The performance, I don't even rap, you guys. I don't know all the lyrics. The Rebirth of Slick, I think I know all of the lyrics, but I really don't, right? But just to see how they perform. And I also can say when they're on stage, so normally the layout is you'll have Ishmael one side, and you have Ladybug in the middle, and then you have C on the side. And so, but they do very well propping up each other and supporting each other. They also have a band behind them. I believe the name of their band is The Culprits. They have a jazz band behind them, and so they also allow their jazz band to play, and they support them. And you guys, it is a team. It is, you can tell that it's a team effort. You can feel that it's a team effort, and you know that you're getting a performance of a lifetime. So I appreciate their jazz band. I appreciate their performance, and I also appreciate that they allow one another to shine. At any point in time, they're allowing one another to shine. No hog stagers here, no divas here. It's all a team effort, and I appreciate that. So if you get a chance to go see Digable Planets, definitely go see them. I'm going to look at my notes to see if there was anything that I forgot about this particular performance. Again, you guys, it's important to go and see the artists of yesteryear, the artists that are still around, that still perform and that still are on stage and giving us their best. So I can just support them, and I so appreciate them talking to me and indulging me in my questions, and also in the time that they took with me. Now in the episode is where we do 7 degrees of Depeche Mode. Now, you guys need to know that in this part of the episode, the 7 degrees of Depeche Mode is where I, your queen Monique, connect the live artists that I've seen with our beloved Depeche Mode. All right, so here you go. So Digable Planets, they, as I said before during the episode, that they signed, or they got started in 1992. They signed with Pendulum Records in 1992. Now, Pendulum Records was a label that was started by a Mr. Ruben Rodriguez. Mr. Ruben Rodriguez, sadly, is no longer with us. He went home to be with the Lord back in 2021, I believe, but he started Pendulum Records. Now, what's significant about Mr. Ruben Rodriguez is that he has been in the music industry for years and years and years. He signed them. He worked with, I believe he got to start with Motown from Detroit, so I got to mention Motown. He was an executive with Motown, then he was a bigwig with Columbia Electric Records, and he is responsible for producing and marketing a whole host of R&B artists. There was no one in the R&B industry of an artist that did not know Mr. Ruben Rodriguez. Mr. Ruben Rodriguez was also responsible for getting George Michael's Faith album on the R&B charts, right? On the R&B charts. Mr. Ruben Rodriguez was also responsible for signing Travis Green. I mentioned Travis Green. Travis Green is a gospel artist who I really love. So Mr. Ruben Rodriguez founded, he came away from the bigger record companies to work specifically with his record label called Pendulum Records. And Pendulum Records signed Digable Planets. Now, Pendulum Records has a big brother, was owned by EMI. Now, EMI, I believe it stands for Electric and Music Industries. And EMI, they're responsible for a ton of labels. And one of those labels, you devotees know, Mute Records. And Mute Records is like the cradle, the birthplace of our beloved Depeche Mode. So there you have it. There's your 7 degrees of Depeche Mode, where we've connected the artist with Depeche Mode. So we have Digable Planets, who was signed by Pendulum Records, started by Mr. Ruben Rodriguez. Pendulum Records was owned by EMI. EMI also owned another label, Mute Records, and Mute Records is where Depeche Mode got their start. So there you go. There you have it. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to Melanin Monarchy YouTube channel, to go ahead and check me out on Instagram. I do a couple of neat things on Instagram and also on TikTok. You can see me there. Sometimes you may even see me on LinkedIn and some X, I believe. I try to stay away from X, but only because I haven't navigated it well. I don't know really what's going on over there in X really, but you can definitely find me on Instagram and also on TikTok, as well as our YouTube channel. So definitely like, subscribe, share, do all of those wonderful things, because what that does is that lets me know that I am bringing value to your life. You're enjoying this, you're entertained, and you're also being educated, and it's causing you to revisit the music and the loves of our life of yesteryear. Revisit that, rediscover that, and that's what we aim to do here in Melanin Monarchy. So till next time, toodle pip.